A woman was shot and killed searching for her cheating husband. Now, we brought you this story. It's breaking news. This was yesterday morning. Police say 42-year-old Keiona Wilson was found shot inside a car. It was just outside the Madison Police Precinct. Investigators tell us she was actually shot inside a home.
I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future's turning up, what it's time to be alive. I'm that nigga, I don't mean to brag, but I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
What's poppin', M2T? It's your boy Ron on the channel to be. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button whenever you pull up to the channel. And while you at it, hit that post notification button for your boys. Whenever I drop, you can hop up in the truck and roll with me, see what's popping. We done made it to Friday, fam. How y'all feeling? You feeling good? Everything straight? Man, we got our weekend ahead of us. Hey, sit back and relax. Enjoy the time with the fam. Thank God that we made it through another one. And y'all already know, get ready again for the next week. You know what I'm saying? So, without any further ado, I have a story for you guys today. A truck driver, his wife, was pum down by his mistress. The wife ended up finding out that he was cheating with another woman that he was working with, and she ended up going to go confront the woman at her house, and it turned bad. Now, before we get into this story, don't forget to hype the video up for me. Hype me up, M2T. And if you don't do nothing else, at least hit the like for me. Both of those, the hype and the like, is free. Do that for me, man. Do that for your boy one time for the one time. I know sometimes it seems like they had a hype in there and sometimes they don't. So whenever you see it, just hit it. If you don't see it, then just chill until the next time. All right, fam? I really appreciate that. All right, without any further ado, we finna get into the story of Keiona and Keiosha. One was the wife, one was the mistress, and Amari was the husband. And I wanted to bring this across y'all because this is a trucker brother that was caught off in a love triangle. He was a local trucker, but nevertheless, he was a trucker. He was caught in a love triangle, and he let it all go to waste because it seemed like things wasn't going right in his relationship, in his marriage. And I mean, I don't care what the situation is. It's always something you can do before it has to come to whatever it come to. But on the other side of the stick, you don't never know how it's gonna go until it go down. And then whatever happened. So while this young lady is deceased, he's still out there living his big life. And the mistress, well, y'all will see everything. And as the video play, I chime in every blue moon. But I want y'all to see this whole video. I don't want to interrupt y'all. So without any further ado, let's go on and get into it. Check this out.
A woman was shot and killed searching for her cheating husband. Now, we brought you this story. It's breaking news. This was yesterday morning. Police say 42-year-old Keiona Wilson was found shot inside a car. It was just outside the Madison Police Precinct. Investigators tell us she was actually shot inside a home on Scout Drive. Investigators say she went to the home looking for her husband, who was in a relationship with another woman. Police say she got into an argument with the other woman, then tried to force her way into the house. That's when the woman shot Wilson in the stomach, according to police. Wilson drove away, flagged down an officer outside the precinct. She later died at the hospital. So far, no charges have been filed.
This part, I'm going to let you guys see how their life was together, how they was together as a couple, the loving part of it.
Now, before this story became about gunshots, police reports, and court questions, it was first a love story, or so we thought. Keiona Wilson and Amadeo Wilson got married on June 9th, 2015, a date Keiona proudly celebrated every year. From the outside, they looked like one of those couples that made people believe in love again. They posted each other often, they took photos together, they left anniversary messages and birthday posts that painted a picture of a solid, committed marriage. Keiona especially wore her heart on her sleeve. On their anniversaries, she would write long, emotional messages about how she loved her husband, how he was her rock, how he supported her through everything. She talked about their journey together, about growing together, about the life they were building. On their 5th year anniversary, she says, "On this day 5 years ago, we started our journey to forever. This has been an amazing experience that I wouldn't trade for the world. You have been my rock through the good times and my support through the bad. You have showed me a true example of a great partner, dad, man, and friend. Thank you for truly adoring me every day from the beginning and each day forward. I love you, Amadeo Wilson, and happy anniversary." On that same day, Amadeo posted, "Happy anniversary to my beautiful wife. 5 years went by so fast and many more to come, I think." Every year on October 9th, like clockwork, he would wish his wife a happy birthday along with his grandmother. But as we all know, everything that glitters isn't gold, and just because we may see a relationship look like couple goals online doesn't mean that everything is going well behind the scenes.
Okay, now it's transitioning to get off into the dysfunction of the marriage.
2021 brought a shift in Amadeo. There was no anniversary post on June 9th like usual. Instead, he was at the Brooklyn Bridge posting himself as if he was by himself 2 days later. He posted her on her birthday, October 9th, 2021, but no caption, just a picture. After that last birthday post, he stopped wishing her a happy birthday online. The anniversary post stopped as well, but what changed? Well, in July of 2021, Amadeo ushered in a new job, and he says, "Grateful to have a good job." Keiona responded to the job announcement by saying, "My husband is so adorable, and yes, Lord, thank you for his bi-weekly." Amadeo says, "Nah." She says, "Okay, well, maybe you are not adorable. Maybe just okay. I was just trying to lift you up." Then he says, "The lies you tell." Many social media users found out that Miss Keiona Greer worked with Amadeo as well by their work uniform. Keiona Greer was later determined to be the one that ended up taking Keiona's life and was the woman that Amadeo was having an extramarital affair with. Now, according to Keiona Wilson's aunt, Keiona found out about the affair, confronted her husband about it, and he promised her that he would leave Keiona alone. But little did Keiona know, the affair never stopped. With things seeming to take a turn in their marriage, according to Keiona's aunt, Keiona took a last-ditch effort to post a picture of her and her husband in January of 2024, trying to reconcile things. Amadeo posted on December 21st, 2024, a day after his birthday, "Thank y'all for all the birthday wishes yesterday and today." And Keiona hops in his comment section and says, "Happy birthday, hot boy." The disrespect was at an all-time high, and instead of him stopping her from posting to his social media or deleting the post, he responds with a laughing emoji. Now, 8 months later, on August 25th, 2025, early in the morning, things took a drastic turn, causing Keiona to lose her life. Keiona took a trip down Scalf Drive looking for her husband, and to her dismay, his car was there behind the home. So what she did was took her extra key, crunk up the car, and drove the car to the front of the home, letting them know, "Hey, I'm here." Keiona walked to the front door and knocked, hoping more than likely that it would be her husband that would answer or at least come out, but unfortunately it was not. It was none other than Keiona Greer.
Now I'm about to show y'all video of when she went over the Mistress' house looking for him and how things turned out. This is the day that everything happened.
Don't keep on being on my dog. That's not what we're not doing that. Where you at? Come on, come on. Where you at? Come on. Come on. Now, show me where you at. You need to go that way. I ain't worried about that. No, you need to go that way. Come on. Now, ain't nobody gonna come no. Well, girl, you're not gonna be doing this over my goddamn house. Well, okay, he's gonna call you or whatever. Well, you need to call him. But you're not gonna do this here. I'm not trying to. Well, how you not trying to? You just did it. No,
Amadeo is obviously inside of this woman's home. His car has been spotted. He hears his wife arguing with this woman, and instead of coming out like a man, he stays behind because he said he didn't want to get in between the two women arguing. Keiona's aunt explains the next part of the video. Viewer discretion is advised.
before she go in, watch the light. She was shot before she even went in.
I don't know. I don't know. There you go, right there. Right there. Outside by the top. Here at the truck.
Watch the glow before she go in.
No, come on. Look,
Watch this. Watch the glow. Wow. You see that light? You see that light? You see that light? Did you see that light? Let's go back. Let's go back. Before she go in. You seen that? You see that light? Let's go back. Watch here in the corner. Watch that big bright light.
No, come on.
Watch this. You see that light? You see that? She was already shot. She was already shot. And she knew she was shot. Her adrenaline took her on in there. Her adrenaline took her in there. She was shot on the outside.
I don't know.
Keiona left the home in her husband's car going towards the Madison precinct, where she was able to flag down an officer. She was then taken to the hospital, and hours later she was later pronounced deceased. Now, instead of going after your wife or going to the hospital to see how she was, you decide to stay at home with the side chick, waiting for the police to pop up. Now, Keiona still has not been charged for this crime, and more than likely the reason why is that in Tennessee, the law combines stand your ground and the castle doctrine, which means if you are lawfully in your home, you do not have to retreat before using force, including deadly force, if you reasonably believe someone is about to cause you imminent death or serious bodily harm. When someone unlawfully and forcefully enters your home, I seriously feel like sis was shot and fell in. The law even presumes your fear is reasonable, but that fear can disappear if the person had a legal right to be there, if you provoke the situation, or if deadly force was used only to protect property rather than to stop a real immediate threat to a person. Now, Keiona is no stranger to crime. Her record is actually longer than the Great Wall of China, and she's had to do some time before. In 2003, she was originally charged with possession of a weapon and attempted first-degree unaliving, but the case did not end that way. The weapon charge was dismissed, and the attempted unaliving charge was reduced to a lesser offense, resulting in a conviction for felony aggravated assault on January 27, 2005, meaning the court found her guilty of causing or attempting to cause serious bodily harm, but not of trying to commit an unaliving. The only charge that she is facing for what happened that fateful morning to Keiona Wilson in August is a felony possession charge. So since she's a felon, she is not supposed to possess a gun, and she did. And she is expected in court on February 2nd, 2026 for that charge. And I'm gonna show you just how crazy things are. You can really think you love someone down, but after your wife was unalived, you're still friends with this woman on Facebook? Y'all still buddy, chummy?
Now, this is her cousin slash auntie. She's cousin, but because she's older, she always looked up to her as an auntie. I'm going to let y'all see what it is that she has to say, because she have a lot of insight of what went on. And she's doing a lot of cursing in here. So if you hear some pauses while she's talking, that's because she's cursing, and YouTube demonetized the video because all of the cursing. So I'm gonna mute some of the cursing. I don't know if I'm be able to mute all of it, but a lot of the cursing I'm going to mute. All right?
Supreme family, supreme rising. I just want to come through for a brief second and touch on my niece. She's my cousin slash niece. You know, when you get older and they get older, they don't call you cousin. They say auntie. Because me and my cousin Yolanda, which is my baby's mother, it's like sisters. Even though we know we are cousins, but we growed up calling each other sisters. Let me say this right here. I've been seeing the different little comments that everybody's been making and everything. But let me say this. Let's be clear. All of y'all that's making those comments saying, well, she was wrong and this, that, and the third. She shouldn't have came to no house and all of this, that, and the third. Ain't no goddamn way that you're going to tell me that it's been somebody that you love so dearly and you ain't went to look for them. When you feel that something ain't right, you don't get up and go and look for them. See, if you sit up here and try to paint a beautiful picture of your mother self, when all in reality, if that had been your husband, if that had been your wife, that shit probably would have ended up the same way. Because when you love somebody, you love hard. And the length that anybody would go through just to prove their point. So y'all know I say opinions is like assholes, everybody got one. My whole biggest thing about this whole situation is, bruh, why didn't you just come out the motherfucking house? See, it was you who she wanted. Yeah, they probably end up boxing, got the fighting or whatnot later on down the line. But if you had bought your mother out of that goddamn house, that would have diffused both of them women going back and forth with each other. Because at that moment, she wanted you. She wanted you. See, if it had been me, and I know I'm wrong in this situation, and you come, your wife or significant other come to my door, beating on my door, want her husband, he got to come up out of there. He had to come out of there. Especially after them fighting or whatnot, he wouldn't have been locking himself in no goddamn room. No, nigga, you come up out of here. I ain't facing this by my self. You lock the door, bruh. And let them women go through what they went through as a straight goddamn coward in every way of a coward. That was a coward. See, because our loved ones is in the morgue. Our family is preparing a funeral. She just sent her 2 children off to college not even a week ago. And they had to come back yesterday to get ready to prepare to bury their mother over some senseless shit. That was some senseless shit. Only thing you had to do, bruh, was bring your mother out that house. Get out of that woman's house. Get out of the house to diffuse that problem. When she beat it on that door and you found out that it was her, you should have came up out of that goddamn door. You sitting up here reconciling your differences with your wife, and you sitting up there playing all at the same time. God damn it, people got motherfucking feelings around here. You can't play like that with every motherfucking body. Because like I say, women and men, when we love motherfucking hard. And you knew how much she loved you, bruh. She didn't give a fuck about you. She wouldn't even showed up. And you know this. I'm keeping both of the women out of the equation right now. I'm talking about what could have diffused. One had to go downtown and the other to her death. Your wife to her death. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. Y'all better quit playing these goddamn games. Y'all better quit playing these motherfucking games, y'all. See, if you don't want them, or you got somebody else, best thing to do is let them go. You better let them go. Let them go easy. Let it down easy. Let them go easy. Because you don't know what level that a person is mentally. Sisters, let me just be real with y'all. If you know that man have a woman, if you know he have a wife, stay in your goddamn lane. Stay in your lane. See, all of this would be preventable if you just keep a great amount of respect for the next fellow woman or man. Respect the fact that that is their husband. Respect the fact that that is their wife. Because people ain't playing about the ones that they love now. They not playing. And this should have been prevented. In every which fucking way, it could have been prevented. And I just keep it real. You left them women fighting. You left them in a goddamn house. You locked in a room, and you let these women go through what the they went through. That's bruh. It says you just a soul motherfucking coward, bruh. Because the only thing you have to do is bring your side. Yeah, well, if they had a met up down the line or whatnot, yeah, they probably got to fighting or whatnot, but that was being the far as that shit went. But when you tell your wife that you love her and it's her, you're not going to do these things to her no more. You ain't going to be doing no infidelity and turn around to do it. Yes, she blew the out. Because you played with her. You played with her. So I don't give a about nobody and your comments about she shouldn't have went there. She shouldn't have did this. She shouldn't have did that. Man, because if the shoe was on the other guy's foot, you would have did the same thing, especially when your heart is tampered with. Especially when your guy's heart is tampered with. Anybody done lived long enough and been in relationships, you should understand how this go. Because you probably done been through this the same way. Catching men in infidelity, catching women infidelity, and all of this here. You in the bushes looking and trying to find them. God. See, you preaching to the choir. You preaching to somebody done been there and done that. On numerous occasions. On numerous occasions. You see. You're not going to tell me one thing and do another. Because I'm putting my whole heart and soul into you. I love you so much till I said I do. I dropped the I and turned it into a us. But I ain't trying to turn it into a we. The games y'all play. The lives is put in stake. What the God games you mother playing out here? I feel some type of God. I swear I do. I swear I do. Sleep ain't been coming easy because I play that shit out over and over and over again in my mind. My mind has not rested. It has not rested. Well, if that means she was wrong, she was wrong. She shouldn't have went to her house. No, she shouldn't have. She shouldn't have. She should have waited till he came outside. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But a scorned woman's heart, God, when she feel like I'm at my wit's ends with this motherfucker playing with me and my motherfucking soul. She was at her wit's ends with that. Now we have to bury our loved ones. She sent her kids off to college a week ago. For them to have to turn around yesterday to come back and plan their mother funeral for you being very irresponsible. God. The games people play. Y'all better stop that here, y'all. Y'all better start respecting people in their relationships. Everybody needs to start being respectful to people in their relationships. Going out here thinking it's cool and everybody else's husbands and wives and people not playing about their loved ones no more, goddamn. They're not. I just wanted to come through because I wanted to address the different little comments that I'm seeing and all this shit. If it was me, I would have did this. If it was me, I would have did that. If it was you, you would have did the same thing because at that point, your heart is crushed. You know your woman or your man is laying in there up under someone else. Doing the things that he normally would do to you, he's doing it to someone else, or she's doing it to someone else. That's with your goddamn soul. That let's be real around here. You want to sit up here talking about I would have did it a different way? No, motherfucker, you would have did it. It would have went down the same goddamn way, if not worse. Let's keep it real. I get so tired of y'all coming with all these motherfucking comments and bull, knowing if it was you, what you would have done. Quit living for the motherfucking hype. Cause if it were me, like I say, it would have been different. It would have ended a whole totally different goddamn way. Quit playing with our hearts. Quit playing with our souls, men. Quit playing with us. Because women, when we love, like I said, we love hard and we play for keeps. And when it says to death do us apart, that's just what that was. It was to death did her apart. She died with a broken soul. With a broken heart. Look at the bigger goddamn picture. She died with a broken heart and soul. Because you lied to her and played the games with her. She died with a broken soul. And if I was the young lady who house you were over, it would be no way I would fight with you, bruh. You left her fighting. You left her fighting instead of you breaking that shit up. You locked yourself in a goddamn room and let them women battle it out like they did. Now one had to deal with a court system, and the other one has lost her life. Because of you, bruh. The game you played, bruh. I just want to come through and put my 2 cents in on it. Since I'm here seeing everybody else in their comments, I'm putting my 2 cents in it. Let that have been you. Don't tell her how that mother would have rolled out. With your I got it so together motherfuckers until that shit happened to you, goddamn. Yeah, until that shit happened to you. You motherfuckers quit to try to judge people. I'm not judging either or. Because it's a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose situation with the both. And it's damn sure a lose situation on our end. Because she's gone now. And she got 2 babies that has been left behind. Just now going to college. You think we ain't feeling no type of way? What you playing? You want to be Mr. Lover. You want to be that pimp. You want to be that nigga. It cost her life. Bruh. And everybody in their mother comments. You all. You all with your goddamn comments. You can't play with nobody's mother soul and think that it's okay. And this is to whom it may concern. Got a problem? Come and holler at me. Holler at me. Holler at me. You got a problem with what I'm saying about mine. You holler at me. Bruh. Sis. Whomever. Holler at me. Alright, I ain't gonna keep this long. I want to make it short. But I want to get that point across. To whomever it concerned. I want to get that across. Alright. I digress.
The biggest tragedy is that Keiona lost her life, and more than likely this man is still going around living his like nothing ever happened.
This my thing. If you know you over the marriage, be done with it, man. Don't drag her along. Don't drag him along. If you know that it ain't nothing else, you know what I'm saying, get a divorce. You know? Ain't no sense of me calling myself a grown man and I'm running around here with a wife that God done blessed me with, and I'm stepping out and messing with some trash, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing better than my wife until I divorce her and move on. As long as she my wife, she's always pedestal. You know what I mean? She's always pedestal. She's always held on a throne of my kingdom. She's always the queen until I divorce her. So if I want to go and mess with somebody else, I'm going to divorce her first. You know, that's the right thing to do. But in these days and times, doing the right thing is too much like right, for a better sake of words. So, you know, real men don't cheat. You know, that's for the boys. We're going to leave that to the little boys. A real man, he has his foot solid, foundated. He got his stuff together, man. And he ain't got time to be out there lollygagging with no females, you know, messing off his home and what he got at the house, you know, and being bothered and all that nonsense because he's about business. And one thing a businessman and a real man don't like is problems, disruptions. You know what I mean? You dead the problems and the disruption. You nip that in the bud off the muscle when you're a real man, right? So I always say real men don't cheat. We leave that to the boys. You know what I mean? Real women don't cheat. You leave that to the girls. You know what I mean? If it's over, it's over. Get a divorce and then go do your thing. You know, be single, do your thing. You know, but don't get involved with somebody and know that it's still in you, or you involved with them and you see that it's not the same and you just dragging them along. You know, I had to go through that, you know, from personal experiences, as I'm sure a lot of us have. You know what I mean? That's a very hurtful thing to be in a marriage with somebody and you know that they stepping out. You know, she tried to uplift his ego, saying how handsome he was for his birthday and all. Now what lies you tell? Man, if it's like that, leave her alone, bro. Men love to have their ego stroking. Who better to stroke it than my wife? If I ain't feeling it no more, it's time to go. But he drugged that lady on, and that lady went to that lady's house, you know, and should she have did that M2T? Let me know what you feel. I mean, like the auntie said, if it was your husband, you probably would have did the same thing. If it was your wife, you probably would have did the same thing. When I was in my first marriage, because I've only been married twice, to my kid's mom and to my beautiful wife today. My first wife, I had to go drag her out of one of her best friend's house because she liked to run with the best friend. Out in the streets doing God knows what. You know, I had to go to her best friend's house and say, hey man, get your butt in this car and let's go. When it get to the point of that, it's time to go. It's time to, and which is why I divorced her. And God blessed me with one of his daughters, a queen. So I can't say, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I wouldn't go to the house looking for my wife. You know, that's my wife. I'm finna come get my wife. I don't give a damn what's going on. I'm finna come get my wife. You know, but you can't go to people's house just doing no any and everything, popping up at people's house. You better be ready for whatever's got to come with that. That's their property. They got a right to defend themselves at their property. Now, the laws is kind of tricky on that. Are you being threatened? Is your life in danger by me coming to your house? Have I threatened you with danger? That's something that the court is going to consider. You know, was she a threat to her life when she came to her house? Did she have any weapons? Was she aggressive? Who was the aggressive? You know. But I know, you know what I'm saying, you do have the right to defend your home, especially when somebody is at your door, barging in your house. This is a messed up situation. I sure hate that happened to her. You know, and he's still out living his best life. You know, Mistress still out, if I'm not mistaken, living her best life. You know, she was arrested, but I believe she was arrested, but she's still out there living her best life. She just had 2 kids. She sent to college a couple of weeks ago. They had to come back home and bury their mom. Man, this is a crazy, crazy situation, man. Crazy situation. Ladies, gentlemen, if you know that you're done with the situation, divorce it or be done with it and move on. You know, life is beautiful. There's millions of women and millions of men out there that we have to choose from in this country. Don't let one destroy your future, man. Don't let one destroy your life. You know what I mean? It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. And I know love hurts, and a lot of us love hard, you know, and I get it. But move on, man. Move on, you know. And God has something better for you. I assure you of that, waiting on you. You just got to let go of that trash and move on and leave that in the past and go on to your new and go get your blessing. All right, M2T. Y'all already know. I appreciate y'all pulling up on your boy today. Big shout out to my A1 Day Ones. Big shout out to the one that just be glancing and see what's popping. And a special shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, fam. Y'all already know. Until next time, enjoy your weekend, fam. It's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around early. Jewelry moving like juice. Stacking up gold in it. Look, I just leveled up. I thank God. Straight from the mud. Now it's time to get the pie. Sweat in the blood. You can see it in my eyes. My future turning up. What it's time to be alive. I'm that nigga. I don't mean to brag, but I'm